joining us. We're so glad to have Drew Brees joining us here on Offsides today. Drew Brees, thank you for joining us here. Understand that you were in Lafayette all day today, and you were promoting the Play FNA Flag Football League, and it's really great to have you affiliated with that, especially here in Lafayette. So we were hoping that maybe you could give us a little bit of history about that organization and perhaps maybe how you got affiliated with it.
Well, yeah, so my partner and I actually founded FNA, so we created it. And really the inspiration behind it was when our kids started playing flag football. My three boys obviously are diehard sports and diehard football. And my oldest son, Balin, when he started playing at age kindergarten, we began looking around the country at the flag football landscape and very quickly realized that it was very fractured. There was really no uniform standard for flag football. So at that point, we set out on a mission to create the gold standard for flag football, for youth flag football in this country. And so we created Football in America. We call it FNA. And so we started with leagues 2 years ago, actually, in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and on the North Shore in Covington of New Orleans. And those leagues were a huge success. Since then, actually, this coming fall, we'll have probably 20 leagues nationwide. One of those is right here in Lafayette, run by a great commissioner, Bentley Turner. And that league has grown already, almost doubled in size from last year. The event that we just did tonight was an hour-long just conversation. We all got together at the Bayou Church. We actually needed a bigger venue because we had so many people that signed up and registered for the league to be a part of that. And so there was probably 300 people there tonight, and we just sat and had a conversation. I talked about how, what the inspiration was behind FNA and why we established it. We wanted to create the ultimate youth football, youth sports experience, and also family experience through our league. We are a co-ed flag football league that is for grades kindergarten through 8th grade. So all kids of all skill levels. And what we're finding is that these kids have so much fun playing the game of football. There's so many great life lessons to be learned from it, and especially in this day and age with parents' concerns over playing tackle football, we want to make sure that there is an option for kids that, may never ever play tackle football, and that's okay. In fact, I would say a vast majority of the kids that end up playing flag football may never go on and play tackle football, but the point is that they still have the opportunity to develop the skill set of playing football. They get a chance to play with their friends, do something they love to do, gain a ton of confidence and self-esteem, and learn so many life lessons from the game, and do it in a very safe, fun, family-friendly environment.
Drew, it's really great to see you at the forefront of bringing flag football back here to Lafayette. And I say back because back when I was in middle school and early high school, there was a Christian league here of a lot of the private schools around here. And as a matter of fact, Lafayette Christian Academy, which now plays tackle football, was one of the top schools when it came to playing high school and junior varsity flag football in the area. Lafayette Christian Academy used to play for state titles every year. And so at that time, there was a lot of flag football being played, and this was about 20 years ago. And then it kind of died off over the years, especially as more people started going to tackle. I got to play flag football and then eventually getting to play tackle football as well. But it's been really cool to see the resurgence of flag football and the respect that it's now getting because of you and other prominent figures that are promoting it, especially when it's talking about the future of the sport of football overall and talking about the safety of football overall and allowing kids to still be able to take part in this sport, whether it's playing flag football or tackle football. Like you said, giving them that option to be able to play flag football and just appreciate the game of football itself.
Yeah, and listen, I think there's an appropriate time to play tackle if somebody chooses to do that, and that's each parent's or family's decision to make, right? But I know this: I played flag football all the way up until my 9th grade season. That was the first time I put on pads. Was my freshman year of high school, and I felt like flag football helped prepare me for that very, very well, and I gained so many great experiences from playing flag football. So I come at this from 3 different angles. I played the game, and I know how much that influenced me into what I do now. Number 2, I'm a parent, of kids who love to play the game. Mm-hmm. And I expressed those same concerns over tackle football too early. I think, personally, my opinion with my kids is I probably wouldn't let them play till middle school. So up until then, it's going to be flag football. And then I coach them as well. Mm-hmm. And I love to coach them, and I love to coach their friends. I treat every kid on my team like they were my own child. I love them the same. I discipline them the same, and I want to teach them all the life lessons the same. And so that makes it a lot of fun, and it's definitely been a true passion of ours to develop this league and now to grow this league. Like I said, we're going to have 20 leagues probably nationwide, of which 10 or 12 are going to be in Louisiana this coming fall. And then we're probably going to double in size each season after this. We play in both the fall and spring. It's very light lifting for the parents. We just have one practice a week for no more than an hour. In some cases, kids just get together and practice about 45 minutes before their game, and then they go out and play. In most leagues, we play on Friday nights. Here in Lafayette, we play on Friday nights, and that's a great time for parents after work just to come and enjoy time together, enjoy watching their kids play. We've got music playing out on the field. It's a great culture. It's a great vibe. It's a great environment. The kids love it. The families love it, and it's just a great way to learn and play the sport.
Yeah. We're talking with Drew Brees here on Offsides, and, as Brandon was saying, he grew up, he was playing flag football, and you had played flag football as a youth. And I'm a little bit older than you two guys. When I was growing up, we had football, but it was only tackle football. And unfortunately, not having the option of flag football in the most recent generations, I think has been a contributing factor to the decline in the popularity of football being played in today's youth. And I think that that's what makes what you're doing right now so significant, because when I was growing up, playing football, that was what everything was about. All the other sports kind of fell in line behind playing tackle football. But then with recent information and research that gave us information about concussions, gave, obvious, really good concerns from parents. And so we started seeing a lot of today's youth going to play other alternative sports like soccer and sports that did not have those same impact risks. And so I think that, this conversation between the three of us really reflects the difference in generations, because flag football was never even an option. In fact, I didn't even know what flag football was until I got well into high school.
Yeah, here's the thing. If as we track this, I'd be willing to bet that a majority of our kids don't go on and play tackle, and that's okay. What that tells me is that we're influencing kids in a positive way through football without them ever even having to put pads on. They're going to develop a love and a passion for the game. They're going to develop a skill set from the game that I guarantee you is going to help carry over to other sports. I think it's going to make them better at whatever sport they might end up specializing in at some point. But at the very least, it's going to help them develop a love for the game that they can continue to pass on to, their friends, their family, their kids. And I think it does, in a lot of ways, save the game of football. Because, listen, the game of football is a great game. I think the game of football has gotten a bad rap, over the years. But certainly the health concerns are what they are for kids at this age, and so I'm definitely want to sit here and say that I think flag football is a great way to learn this game, to learn the skills of this game, until you get to the point where you would feel comfortable transitioning to the tackle game. And another thing too is just the atmosphere that we're creating with this being a family experience. I think that's a key factor with this, is we're truly trying to create a family experience through our leagues, one that, all families really enjoy participating in.
So when you talk about family experience, and we're talking with Drew Brees here on Offsides, big announcement that was made that you and your business partners are opening Surge Entertainment on the intersection of Pinhook and Vero School Road here in Lafayette. Tell our listeners how that came about. Tell our listeners what kind of entertainment you're hoping to provide, again, as you talk about family-friendly entertainment.
Well, speaking of family experiences, again, anything that I get involved with outside the game of football has a priority on creating family experiences and bringing communities together. FNA is doing. It's providing that type of great youth sports experience for kids, but it's also bringing families and communities together. It's what we've tried to create with walk-ons as well. I'm an owner in walk-ons. We have one in Lafayette, one in Broussard. We try to create experience through as well. And now what I am so excited about is the opportunity to bring Surge Entertainment right here to Lafayette. And it will be the first of its kind. Not only the first Surge Entertainment, but truly the first full family entertainment center of its kind. Not only will we have a kids element to this, which is going to be trampolines, it's going to be ninja warrior courses or ninja climbing courses, obstacle courses. It's going to have a zip line. It's going to have climbing features, but it's also going to have bowling. It's going to have golf simulators. It's going to have lounge areas. It's going to have a ton of great spaces for corporate events, for birthday parties. It's totally full family entertainment. There's something there for the whole family. We're going to have full food and beverage as well. It's going to be a great kind of private label restaurant. So when you talk about a place that has something for everyone, this is it. The idea that it's not just for the kids, but it's for the older siblings. It's for the college kids. It's for the millennials. It's for guys' night out, girls' night out, date night. It's for great get-togethers, birthday parties, corporate events, you name it. So just the idea that we're able to bring this together, bring it to Lafayette, the first of its kind. I am so excited about it, and we're looking to open up by October 1st.
Wow,
and
sweet.
We'll obviously be doing a big event in and around it, but we're extremely excited about it.
Yeah, it sounds like a fantastic venue, Drew. What I'm hearing is that it brings in some physical fitness as well. All too often right now, especially with today's youth, they've got too much screen addiction, and we talk about that a lot here on Offsides. And I think that a lot of today's youth is missing out on how entertaining and fun physical play can be. And so, like what you're talking about with your affiliation, with your promotion rather of flag football, and then with Surge Entertainment, that sounds just like such a great opportunity for families to go out and spend time together, but doing things that are more physical, like you said, trampoline, bowling. You're going to have the ninja experience. And so that's what I find so very entertaining about that in a different way, because this gets families out and they're doing physical activities together if they want.
Absolutely. That's a big part of it. Up until this point, Surge has been a brand of ours for a few years, and it's just been adventure parks. So it's been a lot of the kid elements, but we've been working on this for a while, wanting to really have more and more features, entertainment features for the older kids as well. So the high school kids, and then on up through college, and then parents themselves. So just this idea that we have a full family entertainment center, it's going to bring families together. It's going to create great family moments and great family experiences. That's what it's all about.
You mentioned Walk-Ons, of course, has a location here in Lafayette, Surge Entertainment. Tell us what you love so much about the Lafayette area.
The Houdat Nation is everywhere, and obviously the state of Louisiana has such an incredible culture, such an incredible people, and it's like anywhere you go in Louisiana, it's just it's a special bond that's been created. And so the people here in Acadiana are phenomenal people. Every time I come here, I have such a great experience. I've been here quite a few times with our Walk-Ons restaurants. I've been here twice now with FNA, and I've been here a couple times to develop our Surge Entertainment model over on Pinhook. So every time I come here, I have the opportunity to be around some great people. We're very close with Acadian Ambulance Company as well, and Richard Zuschlag, and I know he's a huge part of this community and has done so much for this community. I've been here to speak to different groups on his behalf as well, and it's just it's always I always feel like there's a lot of love from the people here, and obviously people love the Saints, but more so than that, I think they love Louisiana, and they love they love creating kind of those family type opportunities, and so we're just trying to continue that. We're trying to do our best to serve this community in the best way we can, and this is one of those opportunities.
Well, Drew, we really appreciate you coming on. Well,
thank you, man.
Thank you very much for joining us here on Offsides. Great work. Great to have you involved in anything here in Lafayette. And we certainly wish you luck in the upcoming season.